Just when you think you're going to do something different and go and do some silaging. The drill's back on. Off to try and plant some maize this afternoon. Hey guys, so once again we are back in the T7.250 with the Claydon T4 hybrid on the back. We are off to try and plant some maize for the first time. For me, as a crop, for this drill, yeah, first all round. So what I was doing yesterday was taking the front seeder part of the drill off, so drops off the leading tines and the seeder tine and the seed hoses on the front 6 seeders. So we are only running on the rear 7 tines now, so that's taken our row spacing centre to centre up to 60 centimetres and spreading that in a 5-inch band. So the drill is now effectively a 4.6 metre drill. Claydon told me I can alter that, the box here. I can't seem to do that without the factory code. So that means that the drill is now at 11.5% wider than it was. So using that maths, if I increase the seed rate by 11.5% on what the farmer wants, we should end up in the same place, and you know, it should work out okay, I hope. So they have already worked these fields. They've had a sumo trio through them, I think, and then I think he said they just had carrier over the top as well. So they've been well worked, so it shouldn't take a lot of pulling. But yeah, that's not what it's designed to do. Again, it's should have been able to plant it directly in stubble, but they've gone ahead and done that work already. We haven't got the fertiliser kit on this drill. It's seed only, so they've incorporated DAP into the seed bed before they worked it. So yeah, there's fertiliser in there already, and we should all be good to go and have a go. The main road I'd use to go to this farm we're working at today is shut for, I think they're building a roundabout for some new houses. So going the back way through all the narrow lanes, past the hop fields. So a bit of a steady job this one. Not a lot of space down there. So you did just see me let air out the tyres. That was because I hadn't pumped up to 26 psi, because I was supposed to be carting silage today, and like to get the tyres pumped up when they're running on trailers. They're only mowing the field today, so that is why I'm not silaging. You saw the Marshall silage trailer on our 260. My brother was running clamp silage for the last couple of days. He was supposed to be still going today, but they've finished, so he is now, I don't know what he's doing today, but he is then free to run the job that I was going to do tomorrow, because yeah, they're mowing today and chop it tomorrow, so he's now free with our silage trailer. One of these times I'll turn on these cameras on a demo day and say that it's going a dream, but it's not. It didn't start too well. We're going alright now, just sort of cruising along about 10k now. But when we started, we had a bit of the old Goldilocks syndrome. We were too deep, too shallow, then got it just right. But the farmer's issue was when we were lifting up at the ends, seed was trailing out the headlands. That's my mate texting me. He's just discovered Laura Farms, US farming girl, and he's a bit smitten. He's very excited. Yes, the seed running out on the headland, and so my reasoning is the metering unit is about 8 metres from the coulters, so we've got about 4 metres up to the capstan head, and 4 metres down the little seed tubes till we actually reach the ground. So what's happening is that seed that's up that pipe is trickling out on the headland, and it doesn't really notice on wheat. You bury it on the headland anyway, but because we're on a very low seed rate here, 26.5 kilos to the hectare, we've got to be pretty precise. So he's worried about us running out of seed, so we had to do several tweaks. Claydon service guy was on the phone telling us about PI and D settings on the metering system, that start it slower, take it off faster. It's only doing half rotation after the switch triggers anyway, so pretty minimal. There's not going to be much seed coming out at that point, so I think it is basically just what's in the tube. So then the farmers wanted me to trigger the lift system prior to the headland, which is a bit of a headache really. You've got to try and gauge how far away you are from the headland. So I've just gone round and drilled the headland, so I've got a marker. I'm just trying to raise it a little bit earlier. But looking out from the cab now, it looks fine. But it's always a challenge. Wherever we go somewhere, there's always something new. Different conditions, different seeds. Yeah, there's always something to challenge. But hopefully we're putting it down good depth in some moisture, and it should come up pretty well, I hope. So this farm has got another drill running today, a-maize-ing belongs to a contractor, and they're sort of trying to compare the two. One's a little bit more accurate and neater than the other. So the a-maize-ing is a precision seed drill. They use vacuum and plates with holes in to get one seed placed at a single time at the right spacing, right distance, and auto shut off, so there's no overlap. Whereas I've got the triangle this end of the field, so yeah, I'm going to have overlap when I come to that headland. It's the idea of this is we're trying to pop it into moisture. There's not much. You can probably see the dust behind me because it has been worked quite intensively. But we might try and do some more for another beef farmer locally, and see if we can do some direct work and see if there's any benefit to using a direct drill and trying to keep that moisture, especially in a season like this where we get no rain. Had a few spits earlier which made all the dust stick to the windows, but it's so dry now, and every bit of moisture you can save is really is key. Just so you can see what I was talking about earlier, all the drilling tines. This would be where the leading tine was, with the drilling tine on the back. They've all been removed, so we're only drilling on the back section here. Took the front set the pipes off. You just look up there, you should be able to see my expanding foam. The stoppers Claydon have got don't fit this drill, they fit the mounted drills, I think. So yeah, a bit of expanding foam. Just stop to top up with seed. A couple of bags sitting up here on the top. Just pop them in. It's about 7:30 now in the evening. We've got about 2 hectares left to go. The farmer's just been out about 15 minutes ago. I think he's had a little moment of reflection and realised that by having worked the ground first, we're not really doing what this drill was designed to do. So he's got my number, and he's going to pop over when he's got time and have a look at some of our winter drill serials and mull over the drill a bit more at a later date. One of the reasons this farm that I'm on here, like a-maize-ing Tempo and other precision drills, is because they do get to put fertiliser down at the same time as the seed. I got a quote for putting fertiliser kit on this drill. Let's just say it won't be happening. I mean, I've probably made it clear I know very little about maize and drilling maize. I was in Sweden at Väderstad's headquarters when they launched their Tempo drill. It does look very fancy. But what I can tell you about this drill is that, here today, is I'm using 5 litres to the hectare, which is pretty darn cheap, really, isn't it? A contractor locally uses a couple of rototiller drills. So they have a little rotavator in front of each maize row they're planting, probably running at 1000 PTO all day long, 3 metres wide. So what you're gaining in precision, you're spending in that's it, we're all done. Should be back to the yard about 9 PM, I think. Yeah, not really sure where I am. Farmer just came and picked up his spare bag of seed that he left over, and he's just leaving back out to the main road, and then it's up to me to fiddle my way back out of here. So there will be some silage videos coming soon. We've got some more new silage kit we can show you when that turns up. Need a bit more warmth yet to get the grass up to the height we want it to be. Brother will be running clamp size tomorrow, but they didn't know if they needed 2 tractors on it. They thought they could make do with just one of ours, so we'll see if I need to go on that job or not. Yeah, had a few nice comments lately. Makes a change from the links to the adult websites. So thank you for those. So I was just saying, one of them saying whether I would do a video explaining about our farm and what we do, which I will do at some point when I get around to it. Probably should update the bio, say a bit more about who I am, what we do. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a nice bank holiday weekend. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Bye.